Nice to hear Jeremy being as impartial as ever. Well, the search began a year ago, and now BBC Two is just seconds away from the final chapter in the search for the greatest Briton.
Enough of Clarkson. These are your greatest Britons. And tonight we're going to find out who is the greatest of them all. You've had a chance during the last 5 weeks to hear about each of the top 10 nominated Great Britons. They're all here, as well as their champions, living relatives and supporters, pitting their wits against each other and me, of course. But ultimately, the final say is yours. And by the end of the night, we'll have the verdict. Now, for those out and about in Liverpool, Bristol, and in London, yes, the results will be projected onto these buildings. Please look out for them. They look magnificent. I'm sorry I'm not there. Right, we're going to kick off tonight by reminding you of the top 10 in alphabetical order, so there's no favouritism. So it's B for Brunel, Isambard, Kingdom Brunel. Jeremy Clarkson believes this devotee of public transport is the greatest, and it doesn't matter that Brunel built ships so big, no one wanted to use them. Let's hear your applause. Okay, C for Churchill, Winston Spencer Churchill, now former Labour... Very good. Former Labour Minister Mo Mowlam insists that the Tory icon who led us to victory is her hero, even though Churchill turned the troops on striking miners and didn't want women to have the vote. Then we've got Oliver Cromwell next, a liberator. They're very noisy. A liberator to some, a dictator to others, the historian Richard Holmes is leading Oliver's army. Next comes Charles Darwin. Andrew Marr, thankfully without his fishnet stockings.
How do you know?
And despite thinking we're bonkers, has turned up to defend the naturalists. But was Darwin really the first to work out we were descended from apes? We'll be asking him. Then there's Elizabeth Regina, the Virgin Queen. You remember, she described herself as having the heart and stomach of a king. Her champion is that Tory pin-up, Michael Portillo. He compares Elizabeth to a recent modern-day female prime minister and doesn't feel it matters that as a great leader, she was also brutal, vain, and impossible to deal with. Oh, we've got some supporters for Elizabeth, please. Then there's John Lennon. A musical genius, an icon to today's youth, but temperamental, a drug user, and despite being a peace campaigner, a man with a history of violence to women. The actor Alan Davies says we should disregard Lennon's failings. They are tiny compared to his achievements. Okay, N for Nelson, Horatio Nelson. A naval hero, historian Lucy Moore admits Nelson was a shameless self-publicist who abandoned his wife for a sexier, more high-profile mistress, Lady Hamilton. But she says Nelson's passion is understandable and forgivable. Probably not Mrs. Nelson's verdict on things. Isaac Newton, the 17th century... Isaac Newton, the 17th century scientist who loosened the knot on the mysteries of the universe, historian Tristan Hunt describes his hero as rude, paranoid, vindictive, reclusive and jealous, but still the most important genius here tonight, yes? And so to S and William Shakespeare. Lots of trade.